Well, hey, IBC women. I am excited to be here with Kelly Snapp, our new PM Bible study coordinator, and get to have a conversation with her and let you get to know her a little bit. So, first of all, hey, Kelly. Glad you're here. Uh,
Jody.
can you give us just a quick version? Who is Kelly?
Um, Kelly is a mom to Jack, wife to David, dog mom to Tilly and Dovey, and just I love women at IBC. I just love IBC in general, and that's about it.
We love you too. So we're so glad that you joined our team. Um, so tell me, how did you come to know Jesus in the first place?
Well, I was saved in like fifth or sixth grade, so I've always kind of known Jesus. But it wasn't really until right before we started attending IBC that I really came to know Jesus. So, my husband and I, we had some family problems and stuff, and we'd always talked about joining a church, because we had Jack, and we want him to grow up in a church. And so we found IBC, and then, we fell in love, and that has helped me on my journey with Christ, and it's just been amazing history ever since.
Well, I'm so glad. How long have you been at IBC?
About 6 years.
Yay. I love that. Okay, so tell me, what do you love to do in your free time? Like hobbies, interests, passion?
Well, I am an avid Stephen King reader. I
Ooh.
have every book that he has written except for the Dark Tower series because it was um I love to play in the yard. I'm a big giant weed puller. I like to dig weeds out of my garden, just my flower garden and stuff, and out of the yard. And mainly the biggest thing that brings me joy is volunteering. I just love volunteering. That is my call in life. I'm just a servant,
Hmm.
basically in every aspect. I mean, I was in the restaurant business for 32 years. Um, Volunteer a lot at school when it's open, at church when it's open.
Soon. It's going to be open really soon. I know. We are so
I'm
excited.
super excited.
I know. Who would have ever thought, right? Um, okay, I love the whole weed pulling thing. I used to think that was like terrible when people said that, but I find a great deal of satisfaction from like getting down on like the roots coming up, and it just feels, I don't know, there's something very satisfying. And I think I'm less scared of bugs. I used to be terribly afraid of bugs, so I didn't want to like, what was I going to find with the weeds? And so I
Drugs.
had to get over it. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I love it. Getting the dirt under my fingernails. I love it.
Oh, that's super fun. Okay, so you talked briefly, and so maybe you've already answered this, but how did you and your husband actually find IBC? What brought you guys to IBC 6 years ago?
Um, we have a couple of friends that attend there, and they've always said how amazing it was. And oddly enough, the year before, I had attended a funeral there, and it was of another friend whose family goes to IBC. And I don't know, we visited other churches, and I was just terrified to leave my son with strangers. And once we found IBC and took him into the children's ministry, I knew that was where we were supposed to be.
I love that. So tell me a little bit about how many years have you been attending women's Bible study? 6 years?
I would say 5.
Five. Okay. It took you.
It was a few months after we started going there that I started attending.
So what I know, and you love volunteering, and I love that that's your heart. Tell me what most excites you about this role in helping coordinate women's Bible study in the evening.
Well, I am super excited about getting to meet more of the women. I've been a member of a couple of different Bible studies. I've attended AM Bible study and PM Bible study. PM's way better. Just saying.
All right.
And I just
like all these thumbs down. They're like, no, that's not true. We're the best.
I have a servant's heart, and I'm a people person, and I just love meeting new people and, just talking to people, making people laugh. That's my thing. It's my jam.
Yeah, you are totally a people person. It's one of the things I love about you. You're always so welcoming and joyful and just like, I'm like, oh, Kelly's here. It's like the party's started. Like you're there, bring exuberance and fun. So also AM Bible is still awesome. It's just that you found your people in PM Bible.
That's right.
Okay, so what's one thing that you would love to share with our women?
Well, in this time of uncertainty that we have, giving and receiving forgiveness is very, very big. Also, just you never know too much. When I first started coming to Bible study, one of the first Bible studies I attended was Galatians, and it is by far my favorite, hands down. And that's just where I learned that, gosh, all I have to do is believe in Jesus and I'm saved. That's amazing. So, it's not what we do, it's who we believe in. Oh, yeah. And I just found that amazing. So
it's a mind-blowing truth, and it's so hard for us to wrap our minds around because we live in a world and a society that is, if you do this, then you get this. And so we're so rewards based and conditioned from just out of the womb to live in this kind of rewards based system. And that's not what Jesus is offering us. And it's just, it takes so much like intentional reading it over really and again and again and again to like let it sink deep down into our heart that there's nothing we can or can't do as believers in Christ. So yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite books of the Bible.
Oh, I just loved it so much. And, in this time of where I'm yelling at my son every day, I have to know that there is forgiveness in there, and it's because I love Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's just such a mind-blowing revelation.
Yeah.
That, everybody needs to know it.
Yes. It's true. It is life-changing, full of freedom. It is something I'm very passionate about people knowing. So I love that. Yay, we have that in common. Okay, let's do a little speed round of this or that. So I didn't take questions in advance, so we're going to see what comes out. So sweet or salty?
Sweet.
In-person school or virtual school?
At first it was virtual school, but now I'm like, it needs to be in person, big time.
You're done.
I love my son. I do. I love him. I love him a lot, but he needs to go to school.
Oh yeah, no, my children would not have done well being educated by me, and I adored them a ton.
Thank goodness I'm not having to educate him.
Yeah. Okay, I think I know the answer to this one, but movie or book?
Book, by far, book.
Mm-hmm. Amusement park or water park?
Ugh. I'd say neither. They're both exciting.
Okay.
I guess water park if I can sit.
Okay. They both feel a little dirty and gross right now, don't they?
Right?
Okay, how about this one? This is better. Mountains or ocean?
Ocean. Yes. I love it.
All right. Well, that's all I got. Well, Kelly, thanks for joining us. And we're so glad that you're a part of our team. You're just a great asset. And I can't wait for you guys all to meet Kelly in person. It's going to happen soon. I'm not sure when it's going to happen. Well, actually, our in-person Bible study kickoff is happening on, is it the 15th, September 15th? It's like so close, and I cannot wait to see people in person. So, so we will see you there. And until then, if you haven't registered for Women's Bible Study, get registered because it's going to be great. And we can't wait to spend some time with you and get to know you better. So we'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me, Judy.